How to crochet the 4 double crochet popcorn stitch, left-handed.
For this stitch, you'll need a crochet hook and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Mountain Meadow Wool for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Laramie line in the color Fern.
The 4 double crochet popcorn stitch is just like any other popcorn stitch. It's just made with 4 double crochets. Now if you've never made a popcorn stitch before, we'll show you how that works, but it's going to create a bobble that will give you some nice texture on your fabric. And because of the way that the popcorn is shaped, it has this kind of little shelf on the top. The nice thing about popcorn stitches is that they tend to pop out more than other types of bobbles because they're pulled together more tightly. And in this case, I've paired it with a stitch that's actually shorter than the stitches we're using for the popcorn, so that's also squishing it down to push it out more. So for step 1, we're going to do 4 double crochets into the same stitch. Now I suppose I could have different steps for all of these, but if you know how to do a double crochet, we can just put it all into one stitch, or one step. So we've got 3 and 4. Okay, now for step 2, we're going to remove our hook from this loop right here that we were just working with. And for step 3, we're going to go into the beginning of our 4 double crochets right through the stitch and insert it back into the loop. Now for step 4, we're going to yarn over and draw through both loops on one hook. On the hook, okay, just like a slip stitch basically. And for step 5, we're going to secure this with a chain stitch. Alright, so let's do this again. I'm going to just work in pattern for a second to keep this consistent. There we go. Alright, so let's do this again. Again, we're going to start with 4 double crochets into the same stitch. Now obviously you could do this with 3 or 5 or 6 double crochets if you wanted, or you could even do triple crochets or half double crochets. It doesn't really matter. That's all just going to affect the length of the bobble. The number of stitches will affect the width. The type of stitch affects the length. Alright, so here we've got our 4 double crochets. We're going to remove our hook, insert it back into the first stitch, and then go back into the loop. Then we're going to yarn over and draw a loop through both stitches at once, or both loops, and then we'll secure that with a chain stitch. Alright, so that's how we do the 4 double crochet popcorn stitch.
Want more New Stitch a Day? Join our VIP email list to get every stitch directly to your inbox. Sign up today at newstitchaday.com/VIP.